Hi, my name is Leslie Miller, and today I'm here with Eric Douglas, who's the founder of Leading Resources Incorporated. Leading Resources is a consulting firm specializing in high-performing organizations. Hi, Eric.
Hey, Leslie.
Eric, tell me about the history of LRI.
Well, LRI comes from my experience working as a senior executive in the media industry, where we were hiring consulting companies, asking them to come in and help us become better as companies, and discovering that they weren't very effective at doing it, and wanting to create a company ultimately that could do that, could really facilitate real change for our clients.
Why do you think the consulting companies that you were working with weren't providing what you needed? Were they putting together a cookie cutter approach and they just kind of fit that into whatever organization they went to?
Yeah, I think that's right. We were finding that the big consulting companies would come in with a cookie cutter approach to analyzing our current situation, helping us get a snapshot of where we were, but not necessarily having the skills to help us change and get us from point A to point B. Occasionally we would hire facilitators for strategic planning retreats and things like that as well, but they weren't really skillful in putting the change process together for us either. So I really saw an opportunity to kind of blend the world of sort of expert consulting and facilitated change management.
So how do you do that? How do you orchestrate change? What's kind of the magic that happens?
Well, first we have great consultants. We have really skilled consultants who get this difference between being the expert and being the facilitator and can blend and wear the appropriate hat at the right time. We've also, over time, figured out that there are kind of 5 dimensions of change that we're very skillful at moving our clients along. So one is leadership and leadership coaching and really helping instill in folks the skills they need to be effective leaders. One is strategy, really helping align organizations and employees and managers around a set of priorities. Performance management is another one, where we're really trying to drive high-performing organizations through clear performance measures and getting agreement around those and agreement on the systems to measure those things. Process improvement, making sure the processes are in place to assure that all this is humming inside an organization. And then lastly, the governance part of our work. The governance dimension is how are decisions being made, how are they being made from the board of directors on down, and how do we clarify the roles of each of those, the board, the chief executive, and so forth, in the change process. So the magic is in understanding how to use each of those dimensions at the appropriate time to help propel the company toward a better, more effective performance.
So some clients may come to you and they may think they've got 4 of those 5 dimensions dialed, but they really need help with this specific one area. Or maybe for others, they don't even really know where they're struggling and they need you to help them figure that out.
Yeah, you're making a good point. And we always come in trying to partner with our clients to help them really get some early wins, early successes in an engagement with us. So if they see, as you suggest, that it's, for example, in the performance measurement area that they need the most help, that's where we'll focus. Ironically, we often find that there are also ways that leads to additional needs on the part of the client to advance along a couple of the other dimensions.
So for some people that come to you and they know they need change, they're aware they need change in their organization, those are maybe some of the people that you end up having the most success with.
I always reflect on the fact that our clients kind of divide into 2 camps. One is the camp of people organizations that don't know that they need a company like LRI. And then there are organizations that are enlightened enough to know that they need the help. Those typically are already performing a little bit better, but they're enlightened enough to know that the expert kind of guide can accelerate that improvement in their performance. And those are our clients, those ones that are smart enough to pick up the phone and call us and say, we want that acceleration, we want to go faster toward that and better performance. The performance dimension is one where a lot of our clients don't focus enough energy and attention. Now we have large corporate clients, banks for example, who are very good at dashboards and know exactly what they're trying to measure. But we have a lot of mid-sized corporate clients and public agencies and nonprofit clients that really haven't put enough attention on what are the 6 to 10 things that we're going to really measure consistently in terms of whether it's revenue or profitability or quality of service or reliability of product, and then measure those, create the systems to measure those things regularly enough so that employees and managers are getting that feedback and then able to continuously improve the organization based on that feedback. And then part of that magic is having the forums in place, so as those metrics come back, it's not just one person looking at it in an email, it's the group of people who are empowered to actually make a change, are sitting there digesting that information and regularly coming up with ways to advance the dial. So the magic we bring is just creating all that infrastructure, the metrics themselves, the systems of measuring, and then the forums and the communication patterns that get it so that people are actually continuously improving.
What kind of companies do you work with on a day-to-day basis?
Well, I'll give you a couple of examples. We have in the corporate world, for example, we've worked with large banks. HSBC Bank is a client of ours. Wells Fargo Bank is a client of ours. And there the work has been mainly around strategy and process improvement, as well as some performance management. We've done leadership coaching as well for a lot of large corporate clients, where we're working with the CEO of large construction companies, large banks, large insurance companies, helping those CEOs really hone their leadership skills. But on the other side of the ledger, we work with some small nonprofits that you wouldn't know the name of. The Point Foundation in Marin County, some larger nonprofits in Southern California, like the Natural History Museum, where, again, the work is strategic planning, the work is governance, the work is helping the board of directors get clarity about what it's trying to achieve. Some of the most important clients, in my view, are the clients where we've been with them the longest. So, for example, the Sacramento Municipal Utility District, SMUD, is a client we've had for a long time. We work with their board of directors, we've helped clarify their governance responsibilities, and really developed a good, strong set of performance measures within SMUD, starting at the board level, defining exactly what the outcomes are the board wants to see. And that's really, I think, helped move SMUD to the top tier of public utilities.
So it seems like it becomes less of, let's bring in a consultant for some quick change to make some things happen around here, to, wow, we're really seeing change and we want to continue this change. We want to continue to have long-term success. So you really begin partnering together long-term. I'm
very proud of the fact that 60 to 70% of our clients are clients who we have long-term relationships with. We're not there and then leave. We're continually being invited back. We're perhaps, for example, with one public agency, we were there for a year helping develop some of the key infrastructure, the strategic plan, the performance measures, the leadership skills. But then we've been invited back year after year after year to assess, to coach, to provide more facilitated change in specific areas where they need it. So my goal as the founder and as the president of our company is to have every single one of our clients be what I call a referenceable client. I want to make sure that if you want to call a client of ours, that will be a really positive, glowing reference about what we've done for them. So why do your clients choose LRI? Why do they want to work with you? Well, there's not a lot of companies that do what we do. There really aren't. Again, what we do entails risk. You have to, as a consulting company, say that we're going to take a risk with our clients and try to achieve a goal that we can't guarantee we can achieve. We can't guarantee you're going to get to the place you want to get to. We think we have a pretty good track record. We know we have a pretty good track record. We think we can get our clients there because we have the tools to help them do that. But it does take risk, and so it takes a certain kind of consultant to want to do that kind of work. It also, you can't structure a consulting company like LRI the same way you would a normal consulting company. You have to have very senior level consultants. They have to be very skilled. You can't then leverage low-paying employees to do work that a high-paying consultant has gotten. The consultant has to do the work. The consultant has to be the one with that client, partnering with them and orchestrating that change. So we're a firm that can't get wealthy off of our clients. We're going to partner with you to help achieve real results, but we're recognizing that we're in it for the fulfilling nature of the work that we're doing, not because it's going to make us all wealthy. I think that's a really nice segue into the next question, which is, what are your core values as an organization? Well, as an organization, our core values are to be a trusted partner with our clients, to be extraordinarily focused on customer service to our clients. I'm an author. I write books. I write articles. I'm really interested in trying to capture new and innovative ways to serve our clients and help them change. So one of our core values is continuing to invest in that innovation and that research to help create new tools for our clients. Of course, one of our core values is to be ethical and to behave ethically at all times with our clients and with ourselves. We also have a core value around our own workplace. We're trying to create LRI as a model of what we would want to see in any of the clients that we serve. So we make our own workplace a model for a high-performing organization with the same 5 things, with high leadership skills, good performance measures, a clear strategic plan, good regular coaching and feedback for each other, and pretty clear decision-making responsibilities too.
How do you then really measure success in the engagements you have with your clients?
Well, we kind of do it in 2 ways. One is when we walk in the door, we're doing an organizational assessment and we're trying to make sure that we understand kind of where they are in our terms. So we have organizational surveys, we have ways of assessing how far along our different dimensions of performance they are. But the key question is, how are you measuring performance? So if you're our client, we would ask, how are you currently measuring performance? Is it revenue? Is it profits? Is it, that you are achieving a specific social mission and you're measuring that through some demonstrable evidence of achieving that mission? And we would say to you, we will move that dial faster. By engaging with LRI, we will move those dials faster than you would on your own. And while I can't guarantee that, I can look at every one of our clients and see how we have done that. It's the nature of what we do that we can move those dials faster, because we'll get people better aligned, we'll help you kind of weed out the places where there's resistance to performance and really make you a higher performing company.
Your work has really been hailed as cutting edge and trailblazing. How have you earned that reputation?
Well, I think one is the fact that I'm trying very hard to be a thought leader in this whole industry of organizational performance and high-performing organizations. So I've written 2 books on it. I've written several articles on it. I've written over 100 tools about it. So it takes a lot of time and expertise to figure out what goes into doing what we do. So I think LRI, because we've been here for a while and done this for a long time, is trailblazing now because we really have got it down. We're like a team that's finally recruited all the right players on the court. We know the plays we want to run, and we're just working at a different level than most other consulting companies are.
So you really need to surround yourself with a really strong group of people in order to get these results for your clients. Who is your team? What does your team look like?
Well, I'm the president, and I kind of am the pivot person in terms of the recruiting of our consultants and so forth. We have 5 practice areas. Each practice area is headed by a senior consultant. So I've talked about the 5 dimensions. Those 5 dimensions of change equate to each of our 5 practice areas. So Robert Emerson is the head of our leadership practice, and Marcia Tennyson is the head of our process improvement practice, and I could go through the list, and they're all at our website to look at. Each of these people is highly talented. They've worked hard enough inside and long enough inside their own organizations to really know, how to run an organization. So now they're translating those skills as a consultant. And again, they're wearing those 2 hats, both as an expert and as a facilitator of change. In addition to that, we have a core support team inside LRI that does the things we need to do to keep doing the work and supporting the consulting team. And we have a network of other consultants who are not quite as tightly tied to us as the 5 practice leaders, who can do the work for us as we get engagements. We can accordion as we need to do those engagements.
I would think that your consultants would really enjoy working for LRI because they've got all this great experience that they now get to take and apply to so many different types of organizations, corporations, small businesses. I mean, how fun is it that they get to do what they're doing?
It's totally fun for them, and it's fun for me to watch it happen. And of course, I'm also managing clients myself. As you can imagine, we have maybe 15, 20 of these kinds of change management or engagements going on at a given time. So we're constantly trading ideas, sharing experiences, trying to help each other with the best tools, the best approaches to a given client. Sharing, I'm stuck here, what would you do? And so it is fun, and that chemistry, it really works well.
What are the things that personally give you the greatest sense of satisfaction from working with your clients?
I think the personal relationships with the clients themselves, with the people who are running these organizations. I'm always impressed by the quality of people who are at the senior levels of organization, whether it's a nonprofit or a public agency or a corporation, large or small. The dedication, the intelligence, the well-rounded quality. These people are fascinating people to get to know, and because, as I said, they're inviting us in, and I'm part of a trusted relationship with them, or our consultants are part of a trust, we get to know them incredibly well. So they become our best friends. They become my best friends, and some of my best friends are our clients, and so that gives me great personal satisfaction. And then, of course, watching the firm prosper and grow has given me tremendous satisfaction too.
I've really enjoyed having this conversation today and hearing all about what LRI does. Is there anything that you feel like we haven't talked about yet? Anything you want to close with?
Well, I would say that if anybody watching this video has got an interest in what we're offering at LRI, please don't hesitate to call me, or email me, go to our website and learn more. We are always happy to talk to you, find out what it is you're thinking about, and try to see if there's a good fit between what LRI has and what you're looking for.
Thanks so much, Eric. I've really enjoyed talking to you today.
You're welcome. Nice talking to you.